The importance of mindfulness. Mindfulness is critically important. Mindfulness is a practice in itself. To just be mindful of every single thing that you do. When you eat, when you breathe, when you just think, when you're just sitting, when you do anything, when you're doing chores, when you're out working, when you're socializing, when you're talking to your family or your coworkers or whatever the case is, when you're stopped at a red light. All of these, every single thing you do in life, even if you're vegging out, mindfulness can be a practice at that time, at all times. And it's an important thing to practice as much as you can remember. It not only does it train your brain to be more on cue, not only does it bring you more clarity, but it'll help you to evaluate your life and how things affect you. It'll help you to evaluate the types of people that are good for you to be around, and it might help you to not make a mistake when choosing your soulmate. That's just one small little example. The whole aspect of mindfulness being practiced all the time, bringing us clarity, and allowing us to use that clarity to evaluate our lives and how everything affects us, can help us to live a fulfilling life, a peaceful life. That's the kind of life that I want to live. So I strive to practice mindfulness, even though I totally fall out of mindfulness. I'm a normal person. I have desires, but I'm able to identify it now, and I'm able to evaluate it now. I find myself, instead of just falling into mindlessness, which is the opposite of mindfulness, I find myself falling into mindfulness because I choose consciously to practice it so much. So the practice of mindfulness, not only does it bring you this clarity, but it can become a habit. So clarity becomes a habit and it becomes a part of your being, which in other words, what I'm saying is that once the practice of mindfulness becomes a habit, then the clarity becomes a habit, and then your life will become so much more deeply fulfilling. Your life, you'll have so much more gratitude for your life because of this mindfulness that you fall into. It's a really important thing to start practicing and to make a regular part of our lives if we want to see a positive change in our lives. Mindfulness is great. It's gold. You can identify your triggers, all the things that take you off of your center, your desires, your fears, your anxieties, the things that make you sad, the things that you really, really, really want to achieve in life, just everything, your insecurities, all of that. With mindfulness, you can identify all of those things and evaluate all of those things. And you know exactly how those things affect you. You know exactly how much of it you can handle before you start getting taken off of your center, which is where you must be to be the best you that you can be, to be the truest you, to be the most sincere, loving, compassionate, fulfilling you that you can be. You must be mindful. You must practice mindfulness. That's why I believe mindfulness is super important. And I thank you for sharing this time with me. I thank you for this moment. And I pray and I wish for you peace, and I wish clarity for you. I wish strength for you. And I hope that you kick every single ass that gets in your way. God bless.